Welcome back, Goslings, to your weekly vlog. Today's weekly vlog is entitled Daytime Ghost. I chose this ghost story because I have reminded you many times that ghosts can attack you in the morning, the evening, and especially the daytime. It's a misconception that ghosts only hunt at night. They hunt all year, all seasons. Let's begin the story. So I'm a plumber, a noble profession, in New Hampshire. Not a noble city. I'm just kidding, Goslings. I've never been there. Have you been? And I've been working in this old mill building, bracket 1800s. The way the building's entrance was laid out was that you would enter at the sidewalk through a large pair of glass doors, walk through a small entryway to another large pair of glass doors. Now, Goslings, ghosts cannot pass through glass doors. Glass anything. The fact that this building has two sets of glass doors tells me that they're trying to keep something inside. You can see the lobby through both doors and have a perfect visual of the elevator from the street. It's good to know, Goslings, that if you were to break in, you know immediately where to run to. The elevator, and then you push all of the buttons. For more fun, one day, I'm walking into the building with one of the company apprentices, and we open the first set of doors. I see a woman standing at the elevator. What does she look like? You are not going to provide this information for us, so let us describe the woman together, Goslings. I'm picturing someone who is 6'7", wearing a long robe and wearing a necklace that says, "Help me, I'm stuck." And as we walked through the entryway, the elevator doors opened and she stepped inside. By the time we had entered the main lobby, the elevator door closed, and I thought to myself, well, I guess we'll have to wait for the next elevator. Thank you so much for including this thought in your story. So we got to the elevator, and I pressed the up button, and the doors immediately opened, and there was no one inside. For context, this elevator was notorious on the job for being the slowest elevator anyone had ever used. So there was no way we went to another floor and back in the time it took us to cross the lobby. I probably have written the whole thing off, just as I am right now, but as soon as we stepped into the elevator, the doors closed. The apprentice said, I could have sworn I saw somebody get on the elevator. I have always been really wishy-washy about ghosts. Like, I've had some weird experiences in my childhood, but always written them off. And if you asked me before if I believed in ghosts, I would have said, yeah, they might exist. Yeah, they might exist. What a fool! They do exist. Never forget that. No more of that. Man, this was two people seeing the same thing, and the traffic layout outside makes it highly unlikely it was a reflection from the outside. Alexa, play I'm a Believer by the Monkees, and then play the Smash Mouth cover. What a bizarre way to end the story, Goslings. Let's see what some of the comments say. Somebody said that it was freaky, which it's not freaky. And someone else said, probably a residual haunt. It could be, but I doubt it. The final comment says, do you know the history of this place? Goslings, I am open to the possibility of any ghost, poltergeist, demon, and any other such entity. But this is such an I hate to say it, Goslings, but it's kind of an underwhelming story. Because if it is a ghost, it's the lamest ghost I've ever seen in my life. And if it wasn't a ghost, which I don't think it was, then it's just a fun little coincidence. Nothing about this experience screams ghost to me. It screams like a person got into the elevator and the elevator just worked appropriately. These are the kind of ghost stories that people hear and go, there's 1,000 logical explanations. But the true believers will say, that's a ghost. Now, Ghostlings, I want you to believe in ghosts. You believe in them, I know you do. You have to be able to critique. You must use your critical thinking skills, Ghostlings, and think, could this be a ghost? Probably not. It's probably just a strange coincidence. What do you think, Ghostlings? Leave your thoughts down below if you believe this to be a true ghost story or not, and I'll see you back here for more Reddit ghost stories. Until then, farewell.